How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and I'm super excited today because we have an Avengers Endgame plot leak that is probably the most accurate plot leak that has surfaced so far. The plot leak comes from a source that is directly connected to marketing for movies, including Avengers Endgame, and it lines up with every single hint, clue, and leak that we know about Avengers Endgame. So I'm really excited for this one. Obviously, disclaimer, it may not be real, just like any other plot leak that is out there. Could be true, could not be true. But like I said, I believe this one to be the most accurate for what we're going to see in Avengers Endgame. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'm doing a life-sized Infinity Gauntlet giveaway. If you would like to enter for your chance to win, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below with your thoughts and your favorite superhero. I'll be picking a new winner at the end of this month. Okay, so like I said, this plot leak comes from direct marketing for Avengers Endgame. So it states the directors, Anthony and Joe Russo of course, and it says who all stars in the movie. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Josh Brolin, etc., etc. After it gives all of the credits of all who are involved in the movie, it gives us the plot. So I'm just going to read it all the way through and then I'll break it down after. The final installment in the Avengers series of films from Marvel Studios, as well as the final film in Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the aftermath of the events of Infinity War, where intergalactic despot Thanos succeeded in destroying half of all life across the universe, Earth's mightiest heroes are left in tatters with half of their forces having been disintegrated. But the remaining heroes have no choice but to fight back any way they know how, no matter how hopeless it may seem. A weakened Tony Stark reassembles the remaining living Avengers, including Captain America, Black Widow, the Hulk, and Thor, with a plan to build his own Infinity Gauntlet similar to the one that allowed Thanos to cause mass destruction, and undo everything that Thanos wrought. Recruiting Ant-Man to help travel through time and space using the Quantum Realm, the remaining Avengers now attempt to go back in their own timelines and retrieve the Infinity Stones from different periods. But as Thanos soon discovers the plan, he is hell-bent on stopping it, even as timeline alterations now restore previously lost people and items such as Thor's hammer Mjolnir, now wielded by Captain America. But even with the help of every hero they can gather, including the Guardians of the Galaxy and the infinitely powerful Captain Marvel, the Avengers will face down Thanos in the decisive battle for the fate of the universe, and one in which not every member of the team will ultimately survive. So that's the full plot leak. Now let's go back and talk about some of the key plot points that were mentioned. In the beginning, it says that the remaining heroes have no choice but to fight back any way they know how, no matter how hopeless it may seem. Now, it's pretty obvious that the Avengers are going to fight back somehow and try to undo the snap, but the way this is worded sets up time travel. Any way they know how, and no matter how hopeless it may seem. The only way that they can undo the snap is if they collect all of the Infinity Stones and use them together to bring everybody back. The Avengers have no idea where Thanos is, so they can't collect Thanos' Infinity Stones to undo the snap. So the only option is time travel. But obviously time travel is something that doesn't seem possible in reality. But that's what they're talking about here, where it says any way they know how, no matter how hopeless it may seem. Time travel is the only way that they know they can undo the snap. But it hasn't been invented or discovered yet, so it's kind of a hopeless cause. The next part says a weakened Tony Stark recruits the remaining Avengers. So obviously he gets back somehow. He's not going to spend the entire movie in space stranded. And when he gets back, he's going to recruit the remaining original Avengers. And his plan is to create his own Infinity Gauntlet to undo Thanos' snap. This is something that has been predicted to happen for a very long time. The Avengers aren't strong enough to wield the Infinity Stones. They will need a gauntlet just like Thanos had. Based off of all the information that they know together about the Infinity Stones, they know that this is the route they'll have to go. And then of course Ant-Man comes in and introduces time travel to them via the Quantum Realm. And then of course that's how they decide how they'll get their own Infinity Stones, going back in time and collecting them. But then it says that Thanos soon discovers their plan and is hell-bent on stopping them. Thanos still has the Infinity Gauntlet and all of the Infinity Stones, and we see in the trailer that he still has the Infinity Gauntlet on, so he probably uses the power of all the Infinity Stones to check in and see what the Avengers are up to. Thanos believed that his whole entire destiny was to balance the universe, and he's finally accomplished his goal thanks to the Infinity Gauntlet. So when he finds out that the Avengers are trying to undo his snap, of course he's going to be hell-bent on stopping them. But what's really cool is the next part that talks about what happens when they travel back in time. So according to this, they're sticking to the butterfly effect, meaning that the events that they change in the past will affect the future. And it says here that as they go into the past and change things, they restore previously lost people and items such as Thor's hammer Mjolnir. This is obviously a strategic move, and the Avengers are going to have to be super careful on what they change in the past. But they know that they're going to need all the help that they can get, so it makes sense that as they go back in time, they decide to change events to make some characters come back to life. And of course it makes sense that Thor would go back in time and get Mjolnir. And in Avengers Age of Ultron, we saw Captain America move the hammer just a little bit. I think everybody agrees that he's worthy enough to lift Mjolnir. There just wasn't a need for it at the time. But now that there is definitely a need, I believe he will have Mjolnir in Avengers Endgame. And then it says, even with the help of every hero they can gather. This actually implies that there will be new characters introduced. Maybe some of the young Avengers that have been speculated to appear in Avengers Endgame, and maybe characters like Black Knight, who has also been speculated to appear in the movie. The Russo brothers themselves said that there will be new characters in the movie that have been in the comics but have not been in the MCU yet. So new characters are expected. And then of course the last part says that it will be a decisive battle for the fate of the universe, one in which not every member of the team will ultimately survive. Of course, it's been speculated for a very long time now that somebody will die permanently in Avengers Endgame. Obviously, people think that it's going to be Captain America or Iron Man. Both of the actors' contracts are up, so of course it's believed that they're going to be the ones that bite the dust. I don't want to speculate too much because a lot of people have been doing that lately, talking about who is going to die, but this plot leak says that some of the heroes will die. So that's this brand new plot leak. Like I said, I believe it to be the most accurate that we've gotten so far. But let me know what you all think about this. What part of this plot leak makes you most excited to see Avengers Endgame? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video so you can enter the giveaway for the Infinity Gauntlet and stay up to date on everything related to Avengers Endgame. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.